The moment, deep divers, you are with someone who you are completely infatuated with for a short amount of time and you want to make a long lasting impression on them, you're like, what am I going to do? What am I going to say? You're checking yourself, you're smelling your breath, you're like, am I good enough? And here comes your magic moment. And what do? Oh no! I can't move, Ralph! Like you are totally frozen! They just wander off and you're never ever gonna see them again, deep divers. I know. Sucks. Peace, infinite waters, diving deep once again. Beautiful deep divers, we are out here in the mysterious art gallery. We're just, woo, breathing in that good ass prana, baby. I'm sending you tons of love today, deep divers. Take that, take that, take that. Are you trying to impress someone you admire today to no avail? How, deep divers, to impress someone you admire? The art of seduction. Now, I got a great question that came to me. Someone's like, Ralph, I watch your videos like every single day. I love them, but please help me out. There is someone who I fancy, someone who I am infatuated with. I see them every week along my way randomly, and I just freeze up. And I'm wondering if you could share any tips on how I can impress someone I really admire, because I don't want to be like a weirdo around them, Ralph. I'm tired of that. Like, help. Deep divers, alas, after this video, you are going to be able to impress someone you admire. Do a little samba, baby. And we ain't even had breakfast yet. Can I get a hello there? Now, wonderful deep divers, let me share with you what's helped me along my journey. To impress someone I admire, the art of seduction. Now, a lot of us, we've had that moment. What am I going to do? What am I going to say? Okay? Like, you are preparing it in your mind, but when the moment actually comes, you freeze up. Now, I know from personal experience, when I was like 20, when I was chasing, when I wanted to make a good impact on someone, when I was pursuing, I learned a lot. Because I sometimes would freeze up, right? When I was trying to impress someone I really admired. Then I'm like, okay, I get it. It starts with one word: authenticity. That's how to impress someone you admire. Like, a lot of people who impress me and they admire me, it's because they are authentic, okay? Anytime you are inauthentic, it's hard to impress someone you admire because that's not you. And eventually that mask, okay, it's already fallen off, right? You will be exposed. Now, nothing is sexier than authenticity. What? Slow motion this side. So you've heard the saying, the nice guy always finishes last, okay? The nice guy always finishes last, and the bad boy gets the girl. Now, where does this come from? Well, the psychology of this is that anytime you are too nice, you're actually sometimes not actually being who you really are. Okay, the bad boy or the bad girl is just the one who is themselves unapologetically, and that's what makes them so bad. They're not bad, they're just being themselves, and that's what draws them a lot of attention. Now, to impress someone you admire, deep divers, realize that you have to realize you didn't come here to impress anybody. You came here to impress yourself. Oh, baby. You didn't come here to win anybody else's approval. You came here to win your own approval. That is how to impress someone you admire. That's the art of seduction. Just make sure your sole purpose every single day is to win your own approval and to impress yourself. Okay? Now, let me give you an example. In my younger days, when I would be on the hunt, okay, when I would be like, hey, I really want to make a long-lasting impression on someone I really admire, but I'm only with them for a short amount of time. I made a few mistakes because I said, okay, I'm gonna tell them about who I am. Take into consideration, deep divers, like, I'm just meeting this person randomly, okay? But I admire them. We probably only got about 30 seconds, and I want to tell them my whole bio, right? That's a turnoff, right? No, I don't want to hear your whole life story as soon as we meet, right? Just chill out. Chill out. Could everybody just chill out, please? Right? And then I learned this secret. Talk about what is happening in the here and now. So, for example, if I was at the beach, I would say, oh, such a beautiful sunset. Keep it simple. And she would be like, oh, yeah, it is. And then she would be like, oh, I gotta go, bye. And I'm like, okay, bye. Wait a minute. Aren't you Ralph Smart? Deep divers. Anytime you are wanting to impress someone you admire, realize that you don't have to be someone you're not, and you don't have to oversell yourself. You don't have to tell someone, hey, I work here, I earn this amount of money, I live in Beverly Hills. No, ain't nobody got time for that, right? I'm on my way out of here. I don't want to hear your whole life story, right? If you are infatuated with someone, listen very closely, deep divers. Allow the moment to reveal itself for what it actually is. Stop trying to control the moment. Stop trying to manipulate the moment. Because a lot of people are like, hey, did you see this? Or do you have the time? No, you got a phone on you. What are you talking about? Right? So don't come with bullshit. Come with your authenticity. And actually realize that to impress someone you admire, it could be a mentor, it could be someone who you want to approach in a relationship, it could be a family member. Authenticity always wins. Learn how to relax. Learn that you can't catch someone who hasn't chosen you. What? Slow motion this side. Say it again, Ralph. You can't catch someone who hasn't chosen you. It's already written in the stars, so all you got to do is relax and be yourself. Now, how to impress someone you admire, deep divers? It's all about your give, okay? Give more than you take. Anytime you are generous, anytime you can give something to someone which is monumental, that could just be your time. That's how to impress someone you admire. If you are always so desperate, always wanting something from someone, that's really annoying, a huge turnoff. Like, just ask the cat down the road, deep divers. Nobody likes desperation. Hey, give me this, give me that, give me this, give me that. You're like, can somebody please get them the hell out of here? To impress someone you admire, deep divers, learn how to give without counting the cost. Learn how to give without wanting nothing back in return. Let me repeat that. Learn how to give without wanting nothing back in return, fellas, ladies. Give without wanting anything back in return. And that's how to impress someone you admire. Because they're like, oh, you don't want anything from me? No, I don't. Just take this. Oh my gosh, right? You get them crying everywhere. You're throwing them tissues and everything. You're throwing them tissues and everything. Making me emotional right now. Deep divers, how? Oh, baby. To impress someone you admire, the art of seduction. How you treat yourself is the standard you set for how others should treat you. So it's all about how you treat yourself. If you are always trash talking yourself, that's how other people may treat you. If you love yourself, people will love you. So to impress someone you admire, treat yourself more kindly. Be gentle with yourself. Love yourself. Accept yourself for who you are. And people will be impressed. How can they not be impressed with someone who has that much self-love? Energy is contagious, deep divers. How to impress someone who you admire. Now, ladies, you know this. You're always looking for the relationship he has with his mom, right? Because if he's really close with his mom, kind of makes you tear up, right? Exactly. That's how to impress someone you admire. Make sure you are building bridges instead of burning them. Make sure you have a good relationship with those closest to you. Because when someone observes a peaceful family structure, that you are creating harmony with all your other family members, they're going to be like, oh my gosh, I wish I had that. Oh my gosh, like, how on earth do you do it? It's inspirational. To impress someone who you admire, make sure your entire life is inspirational. Deep divers, be a listener. That's how to impress someone who you admire. Be a listener. There's a reason why you were born with 2 ears and 1 mouth, because you have to listen twice as much as you talk. Slow motion this side. Once again, it goes back to overselling. A lot of us, we oversell ourselves. When we meet someone who we really, really like or even love, we start talking so much about our life. And the other person hasn't said anything. And it's such a turn off, deep divers. It's unbelievable. So can you please shut your big fat mouth and let the other person talk, for goodness sakes? Okay, we got there. Finally, right? Anytime you are listening, such a turn on. To impress someone you admire, listen. That's all you got to do. Listen. Also observe the silence without saying something just to fill the space. Okay? That's part of authenticity. You don't have to speak all the time. You can both observe the silence. Okay? Deep divers, how to impress someone who you admire. Realize this, deep divers. Everybody has insecurities. Everybody has vulnerabilities. Everybody has flaws. To impress someone you admire, show them your insecurities. Show them your struggles. Show them your imperfections. Show them your flaws. Show them that you are human. And yes, you woke up on the wrong side of bed, but that makes you even more human. And yes, your house is a tip right now, and that makes you human. And yes, you fall on your ass sometimes, and that makes you human. Yes, you're not perfect, you're work in progress. That's how to impress someone you admire. Show them that you have a lot of work to do on yourself, that you haven't got life figured out, that you have fears, you have doubts, you have worries, and there's nothing wrong with that. Be vulnerable, deep divers. Stop trying to show everybody that you've got it all figured out, because no, you don't. Nobody has it all figured out. Deep divers, we are work in progress, right? How deep divers to impress someone who you admire. The art of seduction. Deep divers adopt a spiritual practice. No, I don't want to do that, Ralph. Guess what? You don't have to do that. But that's what's helped me, right? To impress someone you admire, realize that it's all about having something that keeps you grounded in life. Whether it's yoga, whether it's going for a jog, whether it's meditation, whether it's playing the violin, something that moves you into a higher realm, something that moves you into your higher self. That's how to impress someone who you admire. Because now, once again, you're coming from a place of abundance. You are now a magnet of attraction. When they see you in your passion, when they see you in your purpose, they're like, okay, they're about the business, right? Because when you are coming from that place of abundance, you're like, hey, before you, I was good. And I'm still good, even if you leave today, because I have this practice I do, and this really helps me move into harmony, and this really helps me to love myself. You should check it out. That's how to impress someone who you admire. Make sure you are rising in love with who you are every single day. And a lot of people will become obsessed with you. I don't want that, Ralph. Okay, I understand. And I understand. Deep divers, how to impress someone who you admire. Realize this today, deep divers. 7-day vegan challenge. Upgrade your food game. Upgrade your food game. Anytime it's kind of easy to impress me, but deep divers, if I see you eating a whole acai bowl, that really impresses me. I'm like, oh my gosh, you're doing so good for yourself right now. You are eating to live. Look at you go. Huge turn on. Someone who is really passionate about healthy eating. But anytime you're just letting yourself go, you're eating from the dollar menu, you don't impress me. And I know you admire me. Deep divers, it's time to start eating from the $1 million menu, baby, because you are worth it. Deep divers, how to impress someone you admire. Realize this today, deep divers. There is something called gaslighting, okay? And this is where you manipulate someone into believing that they are actually going crazy. Okay? You make them question their own sanity. For example, you can say, oh my gosh, you keep losing your keys, don't you? And they're like, no, my keys are on me. They're like, no, you keep losing your keys. Right? That's gaslighting. Or they can say things like, oh my gosh, you are overreacting. That's also gaslighting. No, I'm not. I'm just being reasonable. Don't talk to me like that. Gaslighting happens, okay? To impress someone you admire, don't gaslight them. Also, don't use negging, okay? Negging is light insults in the hope that actually they will like me in the end, okay? Okay, you hurl abuse at them, hoping that they will take interest in you. For example, you can say this. Oh, don't you look fabulous? And I know you haven't seen yourself in the mirror today, because my oh my. That's negging. Another example. Oh, you quit smoking? Really? Awesome. Too bad you still have all of those lines on your forehead. Another one. Oh, you practice yoga every single day? Oh, I'm gonna throw you in the hippie club. That's right. That's actually a compliment, but anyway. Deep divers. I like to be a hippie deep divers. Negging. Oh, your nails. Ladies. Are they fake? No, they're actually real, Ralph. Okay, I know. You see, many times we try to hurt someone to get their attention so they can like us. That's how our minds sometimes work with psychology. Doesn't actually work though. You just seem like an asshole. No slow motion, but it deserves one. So, to impress someone you admire, avoid negging, avoid light insults in the hope that this person will actually like you. No, they won't. They will actually be put off by you. It's just that a lot of people don't have the guts to say, hey, I like you. Right? I like you. Plain and simple. No, you want to say this. Oh, look at the clothes you're wearing. They look so awful. I like you. That's what you really want to say, right? So we have to avoid gaslighting and negging. That's how to impress someone you admire. Learn how to compliment people when they deserve that compliment. Learn how to uplift people instead of bringing them down. That's how to impress someone you admire. Lift them up. Like deep divers, I'm always lifting you up. No games. Are you always playing games with the one that you are infatuated with? Well, to impress someone you admire, leave the games alone. No time for games, no time for overthinking. Once again, going back to one of the earlier points, if you meet someone for a short amount of time and you want to leave a long-lasting impression on them, forget about games. Just come natural. Come as you are. If they like you for you, that's beautiful. If not, it can't be helped. So I don't play games, deep divers. And that's how to impress someone you admire. Because you would only want to admire someone who accepts you for you, right? Exactly. How to impress someone you admire, deep divers. Make sure you are seeing them and you are hearing them. Make them feel seen. Make them feel heard. Make them feel appreciated, deep divers. That's how to impress someone you admire. Because anytime they don't feel seen, they don't feel heard, they don't feel appreciated, they're gone. So you have to make sure that you are actually seeing this person, not just their butt or their muscles. No, you're actually seeing the energy which is inside of them. So there you have it, deep divers. That is how to impress someone you admire always remind yourself, before you impress anybody, including the cat down the road, impress yourself. And then you'll just say, feels so good to be alive, baby. Can I get a hello? Beautiful deep divers were just breathing in that good ass prana, baby. Shout out to everybody who's been rocking the amazing good ass prana shirts at ralphsmart.com/clothes. Got a question for me, deep divers? Add me on Instagram at Infinite Waters. And the model search is on. If you are a sexy ass model, with a lot of heart, add me on Instagram at Infinite Waters. Oh, I love this one, Ralph. Well, check out the new book then, Deep Divers, for more information like this. Feel Alive by Ralph Smart on Amazon. Impress yourself today, Deep Divers, because you are good enough. Have a beautiful day. Peace. Infinite Waters, diving deep once again. Stay well, stay healthy. Peace. You just don't be an asshole. Have a beautiful day. Peace.